Hi beautiful people, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you for engaging on my channel. I appreciate y'all, and all credits goes to the creators of this video. Thank you guys for stopping by when you got the notification. So in today's video,
and still I rise, Mr. Speaker. And I rise today, Mr. Speaker, with a to whom it may concern message. To whom it may concern, ethnic cleansing in Gaza is not a joke, especially when it emanates from the President of the United States, the most powerful person in the world, when he has the ability to perfect what he says. Ethnic cleansing in Gaza is no joke, and the Prime Minister of Israel should be ashamed, knowing the history of his people, to stand there and allow such things to be said. Ethnic cleansing has been a crime against humanity. And I stand here today in the well to denounce what was said, to denounce what the President said, to denounce the complicity of the Prime Minister of Israel, and to remind people that Dr. King was right. Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. And injustice in Gaza is a threat to justice in the United States of America. I rise to announce that the movement to impeach the president has begun. I rise to announce that I will bring articles of impeachment against the president for dastardly deeds proposed and dastardly deeds done.
Breaking news. So it begins. The third Donald Trump impeachment arc in season 2 of the anime. But yeah, Democrats are finally going for it, and frankly I'm confused as to why they didn't do it sooner. Like, okay, Trump's plan for Gaza, absolutely, unilaterally taking it over on behalf of the white and blue country and turning it all into beachside properties while forcing the Palestinians from their land. That is ethnic cleansing, there is no question of that. However, surely there were actions and choices taken previously that could be used as a basis for impeachment. Forget about the actions that have been blatantly reprehensible and revolting. More thinking about actions that he did that were quite literally blatantly unconstitutional that he did with complete impunity. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm glad this is finally happening. But I am a little bit concerned, given that both sides of the aisle are obsessed with kowtowing to the white and blue country, that a defense of Gaza as a basis for Trump's impeachment is not going to go down well. Like, impeachment, yay. Objecting to Trump's disastrous plan for Gaza, yay, but do not forget that both Democrats and Republicans have a toxic, parasitic relationship with the Israeli lobby. As you can see, both of them are desperate for that sweet, sweet green. I'm hoping that unlike the last 2 impeachment arcs, this arc has a satisfying conclusion for the anime.
hi guys. So what do you think about this impeachment thing? We know that he has been impeached twice during his presidency, right? In 2019 and in 2021. Okay, but I feel the basis on which this current impeachment reason, permits me to put it like that, the basis on which it stands on, I don't think is enough for an impeachment. Okay, I don't even think the House is going to get that many votes. Okay, because we know most of them are Republicans, and I'm not sure they are going to go against their leader, so to say. Okay, but anyways, let's keep watching these videos and see what they have to say.
Hey, so if you're like me and you're fantasizing about the impeachment of Donald Trump every other day, I wanted to remind you that that would make J.D. Vance president if the Senate were to not acquit Donald Trump. Now, here's the thing. We've had a lot of impeachments in our history. Okay, fine, not a lot, maybe a handful. But each time the Senate acquits the president and it doesn't go through all the way, including Donald Trump, his 2 times that he was impeached. Senate acquitted him. And so that got me thinking, what would really rile up the Senate enough to make them not acquit the president? Because see, the House of Representatives has to try to impeach the president, and then the president goes to trial with the Senate, and then the Senate can acquit the president. If they decide, fine, yeah, I agree with the House of Representatives, he needs to be impeached, president gets booted, J.D. Vance would become president. Which, if that happened, like, at any point in Trump's presidency, including toward the end, J.D. Vance would briefly become president without being voted in, because we've already voted him in, technically, because he's part of Trump's campaign. Okay, so now that that's out of the way, now I studied history in school, so I don't really understand politics that much. Well, now I do. I have gone down the deepest, darkest rabbit hole that I never wanted to be part of. I never wanted to learn about politics, ever. I find them boring, and I find them, make politics boring again. I'm gonna get a bumper sticker that says that. Like, I wanna be bored by politics, but right now, I feel like I'm fighting for my life, and I have to understand every law. So I started to think, what would rile up the Senate enough to where they wouldn't acquit Trump and where he would actually get impeached for the first time in history, fully impeached and removed from office? And this leads me, ladies and gentlemen, to tell you that you might want to look that up. Because if you do, and I'm not going to tell you because I am in a great mood, and if you were to go look it up, you might also be in a great mood.
Impeach President Trump? Well, you're about to hear it. My name's Miss Kim Said, so I always like to share insight on the stuff that's going on and some good godly tips. So let me tell you about this impeachment. Class is in session. Okay, get out your pen and paper, or either just favorite this so you can come back to it, or share it with somebody that needs insight like I do. Sometimes you just gotta break stuff down. Here we go. So this man named Al Green, not the singer, in Congress over in Texas, decided that he was going to go ahead forward with the articles to file for impeachment against President Trump. You probably saying why? Well, maybe you're not saying why, but what made him decide to move forward with it? That's a better statement. Well, why? Because President Trump said he just wanted to take over Gaza. And the congressman said that's enough, he's gone too far. Now you might be wondering, like I was saying, what is Gaza? What does that matter? Well, Gaza's just this tiny little piece of land over near the Mediterranean, right beside Israel and Egypt. The people we call the Palestinians, the Palestine people, they live there. Problem is they not wanting to move. And furthermore, the rest of the people are wondering around the world what makes Trump think that he can just take over Gaza. But honey, Trump said he could make it a better place to be. So the congressman said, this is enough. That's a little insight about why he got upset. Let's keep going. Because some of y'all don't care why or what's happening. You just want to know, is this impeachment going to go forth? So let's talk about it a little bit before you get too excited, honey. Let me break this impeachment process down so you can comment back and tell me what you think. Articles of impeachment require a majority vote in the House of Representatives. They got to vote on it. And a 2/3 vote in the Senate in order to impeach and convict the president. Now, here's the kicker. Just because these articles of impeachment get filed, it don't even mean they gonna even get a vote from anybody. Because pretty much all the people in the House and the Senate, they all Republicans. They not gonna vote against the man. So I'm just trying to let you know, regardless, don't get your feathers all ruffled, honey, because it likely ain't going nowhere. Not in this situation. Not with everybody being Republicans in both the House and the Senate.
Okay, so let's talk impeachment. I don't see the Democratic Party initiating this anytime soon. I could be wrong. And if anyone has information about that, please let me know. But we, the American people, can request our local government officials to start the process of impeachment. Specifically by asking for a constitutional convention, which, if you haven't been keeping up with the news, the Republican Party has already began the process for, in terms of trying to get a third term for Trump. But the thing with constitutional conventions is that you can also include in it other things. And if they do decide to do this, I think that the American people should have their own requests in terms of the criteria for impeachment, which right now is just for treason, bribery, and high crimes and misdemeanors. So, but I feel like there should be an additional one dedicated to the executive actions of a president and whether they are committed to the, whether they are against public interest, specifically if they target groups, if they are committed to creating chaos and harm to a large group of people, which they have on just about every sector of our government. And so I feel like we should start talking about this. Some of the things that I would like to see is, one, an expansion of the impeachment criteria, but then also how we go about removing a president we deem unfit to continue leading. and some of that might look like the whole administration being removed. It may look like just the president or vice president being removed. Whatever that is, I think we should talk about that. I think this is a unique instance because there is a loyalist take on this administration, whereas if you were to take one, the next one would just be the same in terms of what their commitments and values are. I really don't think that we should ever have to be in this situation every time a Republican is president. I really feel like there needs to be ground level criterias around making sure human rights are protected, regardless of what party is in office. And that is something that, I don't know if this is what a constitutional convention would cover. Maybe this is more on the national convention side, where each party should have rules and enforcement around how candidates run their campaigns. But regardless of that, I think the next step for us as the American people, in addition to protesting, is to start requesting our government officials to start the process of impeachment.
What do you guys think? Okay. And is it only this man that is in the house? It seems to be the only one that proposes Trump's impeachment every time. Anyway, that's by the way. What do you guys think? Do you think ethnic cleansing is enough reason, is enough basis to want to impeach the president? I mean, this is deep, guys. It's really deep. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Let me know what you think, what your thoughts are. Somebody was like, okay, we should not even do this. Okay, let's just wait till the midterms. And people just came to attack the person. Like, what do you mean wait till the midterms? 2 years is a long time. What do you think would have happened before 2 years? This and that. So some people are for the motion, some people are against the motion. What do you think? Let the conversation begin in the comment section. I can't wait to hear from you as always. Thank you guys for engaging on my channel. I'll see you in my next video. Please stay safe. Ciao.